welcome back. I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sewjo, and this is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things. And I'm back for some more all Ohio shop hop. My magazine has looked better. Let's see. So where are we at? So I have completely finished two regions. This region and this region, the Northwest and the Southwest. Now I've also done some down here, a few up here in this region. I've done a few in the East Central. I've got most of these in the Northwest, and I've got this one over here. So today I'm going to show you up here in this North Central region. This is where I kind of focused. I did get one here at Northwest at the very end, but basically what I did is I kind of did the outer perimeter of it, and now we're working our way down through here to get the rest of those shops. So today, let's see, these are shops 61 through 66, I think. It'll say down in the description. So when we're done, you will have seen all the shops that I went to, which is number 66 so far. Now this is only the first part of a Saturday they went, because we did go on a Saturday. So I'm going to show you the first 6 shops, and then the next video I'll show you the last 5 that we went to. So we did go to 11 shops this day. So we started off at, I believe, number 10, which is right up here, which is Appliques, Quilts, and More, which is in Westlake, Ohio. So these are kind of just west of Cleveland. So what did I get there? Well, if you've watched my channel for any time, you know I am not a fan of applique. However, I bought things, surprisingly enough, because that's what this store is a lot of applique things. Let's see. Oh, I've got a coupon, $5 off on purchases over 25. It said valid until December 31st, 2024. I think that was a misprint. Oh well, put that aside. Here is the block from Applique, Quilts, and More. That's their block. And I bought these little applique quilts. It's Moose Quilt Kit and Buffalo Towel Kit. So basically it's the appliques that are in here that are laser cut that already has the adhesive on the back, and then you just applique it onto a towel. And when you bought one of these, you got a free towel with it. So both these together are like $7. So this is the towel, this is the applique Buffalo. I'll pull it out here maybe. Okay, so I pulled the applique pieces out. There's the Buffalo, and there's just, this is an applique. It's just a piece of fabric that goes on the bottom. So I did buy that. So I have 2 towels. I did buy something else too. And there's the Moose. It's the same thing. I'm not going to pull it out. And there was the towel I got to go with it. And I bought a Fall Harvest Table Runner Kit, which is really surprising because, as I said before, I'm not a big fan of table runners or appliques, but I did buy it. It was because my husband said we should make more and have them set out for holidays. So I'm like, okay. Again, that's like giving me permission to buy things. So I'm like, I have to buy something then. At least that's what I think. Not that I ever asked my husband to buy anything. I just do. Anyway. So let's take a look at this pumpkin applique here. I think this was like $15. So here's the pumpkin, and then the applique leaves that go on there. Again, they already have the fusil on the back, so just take the paper off, iron it down, stitch around it. And that will be that. So again, that's what I bought there. after we left the applique quilts and more, which is number 10, we went up to number 3, which is the quilting bee. And the quilting bee is in Lakewood, Ohio. Now, I had never been to this store before, and I could be wrong, but I believe they used to have a different store at a different place. I believe, but I could be wrong, like I said. Because I remember them being more of in like a downtown shopping center, and parking was hard, where this wasn't. They had its own parking, and it was a separate building that was away from the downtown area. I don't know. I could be wrong. So I may have been to the shop before, just in a different location. So what did I buy here? Well, first of all, here's the block from the quilting bee. Now, because there are 2 different quilting bees in the shop and the All Ohio Shop Hop, bee is spelled different. One is B-E-E and the other is B-E-A, and this is the B-E-E. So this is the quilting bee. Like I said, that's the block. And they give me a nice little bag. These reusable bags. Got one of those, and I bought a pattern from Pen and Paper and Patterns, and this is Chance of Rain that has the umbrellas on it. There's another look at the back. But I thought this was kind of cute, so I bought it. Now from there, we went to, I think, Imagine That and More. So from 3, we went over to 1, which is Imagine That and More, and this is in Cleveland, Ohio. And found some things there. So this is the block. And then we found some of these little critter patterns that I really liked. And these were $12.99. These are Funky Friends Factory. This is a raccoon. I thought it was super cute. And this is a fox. And then my husband bought this separately because he liked the T-Rex. Wasn't really a fan of the T-Rex, but he liked it, so he bought it. Of course, that means I have to make it, but that's okay. And then, well, I decided, I know I had browns and different things I can make the raccoon in, or the fox in. I did buy some fabrics to make for the raccoon. Those are just like some simple fabrics, some gray and black, and I've got some white that I can make for this raccoon. So that's what we bought, is Imagine That and More. Okay, so then from Imagine That and More, which is up here at 1, we went down to number 2. Now again, I will say these maps and stuff, they're not always the most accurate if showing you where those things are. So I do kind of plot those out in Google Maps and make my own little way. Because this 5 would seem like the next one, but not really when you look at it closer in the map. So we went next to number 2, which is So Creative Cottage, and it is in Fairview Park, Ohio. So, what did I get there? Well, here's the card. So that is their block. And let's see, let me pull some other things out here. We got another one of these little critters. This is the Highland cow, which I think is really, really cute. And then when we were paying this, the woman that we were checking out with told us that she had bought a kit of this Highland cow somewhere that had the long fur, like minky. And I think she said she got it at Miller's. I don't know if she meant Miller's Dry Goods or somewhere else. And she showed me a picture of it, and it was really, really cute. sparks an idea for the next quilt shop. I'll show you. But anyway, this is my Highland cow. Got that. And then I found some fabric that I wanted. And the fabric was $12.50 a yard. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like we have a sticker. Quilting is my therapy sticker. And a label. Quilting is my therapy. So we have those things. And then my fabric. This is Dwell in Possibility by Gingerbread. So I got a yard of this. And this is all the same line. This is all from Gingerbread, Dwell in Possibility. So I got a yard of that. And a yard of this. And a yard of that. So that's what I got at Sew Creative Cottage. Then, very close to Sew Creative Cottage is Anna's Sewing Center, which is number 6. So we were at Sew Creative, which is number 2, and then we went to number 6, which is Anna's Sewing Center. So let me show you what we found in there. So again, my husband found something that we had to buy. It's always fun for him to go in and pick stuff out because it's stuff that I probably never would have. So it's just interesting. Now this is their block. Anna's Sewing Center. And my husband found this fabric, which we got a yard of. This is Bob Ross fabric for the Happy Little Trees. Another Bob Ross fabric. It has his face on the paints. There was another one that just had his face. I didn't like that one. And there was also one that just had brush strokes. I could have got that one too, but we didn't. So I was trying to look for selvage here. The Joy of Painting, Bob Ross names images. I was trying to see Studio E fabrics. Oh, well, I guess I only got a half a yard of this. That's okay. And a yard of the trees. And that was $11.99 a yard. So then, this was in there for, I guess, a free gift. So let's see what's in here. I guess these are fat quarters maybe. We got some paintbrushes and stuff. Which actually, that could go with the Bob Ross fabric. Fat quarter that. I guess there's 3 different fat quarters in here. Fat quarter of this. And another fat quarter of this. So that's what we got at Anna's Sewing Center. Then from Anna's Sewing Center, which is 6, we went to number 5, which is Pens and Needles. Now, I have been to Pens and Needles a couple times before. Now, the first time I went there was for the shop hop that I went 2 years ago, and I had found clearance fabric. I think they were like 75% off at the time. So I checked out the clearance fabric this time. I really didn't see anything that struck my fancy there, but it wasn't 75% off anyway. But their fabric was 20% off for shop hoppers. So, let's show you what I got there. All right. So here's their card. There's their block from Pens and Needles. Looks like I got some coupons. Buy one, get one, 50% off class. 20% off fabric, valued through November 30th. Buy 3, get 1 needles, and 20% off machine repairs. More coupons I'll have to save. So I did buy this minky, this long hair minky. Why did I buy this? Because this is what I'm going to make my Highland cowl out of. So this was a bit pricey, but that's okay. I don't remember how much it was. I think I got a half a yard. So it was $9.60 for a half a yard. Because it was 20% off. It's regularly $23.99 a yard, and then I got a half a yard, and it was 20% off that. So I am going to make a Highland cowl with this. We'll see how it turns out. All right, so I bought that. I also bought a couple patterns. So I bought this pattern, this by Annie Patterns, this drop zone pattern, which I think I'm going to use for that Bob Ross fabric, is use that so I can have little art supplies and things for like my daughter to use, because she likes to draw and those sort of things, to make, use these to make that. So plus now that I got fat quarter, I could probably put in there too, but my husband was like, well, let's find like a paint splatter or some other material or fabric that might go with it. So I bought this because she likes purples and reds. I'm not sure that it's really gonna match with that. So I thought maybe this could be the inside, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's there if I decide it to. But again, this was 20% off. Let's see, what was it? It ended up being $11.19 after the 20% off, I think. So, and I also bought one more pattern, which was Divide and Conquer personal size carry-on from By Annie. So I bought that pattern as well. Okay, so that's where I'm going to end this video. What I bought for my shops, whatever, 61 through 66. Till next time, bye.